Let's try. Okay, so in the top right it is Honmono, and in the bottom left it is Quanta. There we go, finally in game. I'm so sorry guys, I was ready to go full face cam cast here for a minute, but I'm actually gonna shy away from that. So, barracks gas, both players. A little bit of a, as I said, as I thought, a little bit of a more offensive position in my opinion here from Honmono. He's gonna throw down the depot in his main base, basically behind the minerals. He's gonna throw down the barracks at the jump up point. And Quanta is gonna go with the wall in here and the double gas. And on the other side, only one gas so far here from Honmono. So he might just go ahead into a Reaper expand, maybe even a Marine expand or a Reactor expand. You can do crazy stuff in TVT here. Second depot here from Quanta. And, sorry, not Marine. Reaper expand here from Honmono. Quanta's gonna go ahead and SCV scout this. He's gonna find out about this. Gonna see the barracks position as well. He's not gonna go ahead and scout the gases, which is interesting in my opinion. But of course he knows there's not gonna be a double gas yet because of the CC timing. Also not gonna go ahead and harass this one. He knows the timing of the Reaper. He's gonna rather bring back his SCV and try to have it healthy mining at home. Oh, he's actually gonna keep it at turret. Maybe he wants to really bait that Reaper into a fight, which he can win. Nah. He's not. He's gonna send it back home. Okay. The Quanta I've definitely seen less of yet. Honmono I've seen a few times. And yeah, I'm very curious, and Mono definitely has a very high level skill here. Both players are around the same in Mamara and Korea, which is also a tell, so they probably hit each other a lot on the ladder. They've been bantering a bit in the lobby pre-game creation here, and they seem to know each other very well. Gonna go ahead and try to take that first Reaper here for both players. Good pullbacks here. Gets a little bit of damage on his Marines done on Mono and needs to pull back to this bunker. He's gonna have it. He's actually gonna forfeit the low ground here for now because he doesn't have a wall. Yeah, you can just walk by the bunker. There's an empty bunker, man. That's such a strange thing to see, but in the end it's a good thing that he did that. Now he can push down. He has the extra Hellion. He has the tempo to keep up with his opponent if he tries to go across around that bunker. So from Quanta, this is a more standard opening for a TVT. The 3 Reaper, 2 Hellion hit squad here. On the other side, it's a Hellion, a Reaper, and a double Cyclone on the way here with a couple Marines. But this is very weak on the high ground currently, and fighting at that jumper point was definitely a mistake here. He did not pay with units so far, but he should have repaired the Hellion in my opinion here. Quanta can come in, is gonna get the first SCV, but the Cyclones are gonna take the rekill here. Getting 3 of these Reapers, yeah, so good so far for Honmono. He's peaking a lot in money right now, he needs to get something going here. Gonna make 2 more Cyclones. On the other side, Hellions did pull back. CV's up and running. We do have actually cloaked Banshees coming in here. Oh. There we go. Catching that Hellion. Very nice here. And Raven with Interference Matrix. Into a very fast third base. Wow, that's a fast in and on location. That's super fast. Quanta definitely playing this a little bit more defensively. So Honmono is playing a very aggressive, expensive style right now. Trying to go and grab as much on the map as he can. He's playing like a third base on 4 Cyclones right now. That's all he has. Oh, if he can catch this Banshee, oh my god, he's gonna get it. What a foresight. Maybe he has like no scouting information. He's nothing. How does he know? That was the perfect catch. Find that Hellion.
Like we're going to the late game.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to hear. Like we're going to the late game. You have 2 more. My god, this is such an aggressive style here on those commands that is really just playing basically cyclones. And he's gonna go ahead and play mech in this. Oh, he can actually throw down a interference magic here on the tank, and now there's no bunker. Things are already going haywire here. A Banshee's across the map though is starting to do a lot of damage as well, and the backup tank is gonna save the day for now. A lot of SCVs did fall here. A second Raven is gonna be produced here, and the repair is gonna be strong enough to keep that Cyclone alive. So it's mech, and there should be some mech upgrades soon. I'm gonna assume this is a Cyclone mech, so very mobile one. We need to see that thruster thing, Hurricane thrusters or whatever it's called though. Cyclone speed upgrade. Honmono is gonna produce his 5th CC at minute 6. That's some crazy stuff. He's going very light on the units. It's very technical units. There we go, siege tank Viking production now. But yeah, he cannot produce out of these facilities because he's making so many command centers. On the other side, we do see double engineering bay and a normal setup here, 3 bases. This is such an aggressive economic play, man. It's insane. There is 1 engineering bay, but I'm actually not even sure what it is for. There's no turrets, there's no bio upgrades. I'd rather see actually an armory here getting thrown down and starting on that attack upgrade, because the +2 is going to be so helpful against those marines with combat shields on that tank stuff. There we go, Raven Force trying to go in here. He's gonna lose his Cyclones though. Cyclones definitely exposed here. Ravens are gonna throw down a couple of auto turrets. Cyclones are not gonna get saved. The Ravens are gonna try to take the fight here, but now you can just disengage. There's a lot of energy into nothing here, unfortunately. Gonna get a little bit of damage on that CC, but that's not really what he was looking for. He's going to throw down his command center number 6 now. And it's just producing tank Viking now. So I guess the plus point for the composition Honmono is playing is you don't really need any upgrades. You don't need any, you don't need really to wait for anything. You just have strong units. He still has his Ravens. I want to say he still has them. He did lose them. There we go. They're all back at his army here. Quanta is gonna go ahead and take map control, but little does he know that there's already 6 CCs up and running here for his opponent, or about to be up and running. Gonna go ahead and use his Vikings to try and break this base here, but Ravens are gonna throw down auto turrets. Auto turrets are actually not that good against Vikings, landed Vikings. Like landed Vikings, they're mechanical, so landed Vikings are actually dealing that bonus damage to them. There we go. He's gonna go ahead and clear that group. And those tanks are probably not gonna be able to push in. He's gonna lose the air unit here. I think it was a medevac. And it's just throwing down static D here now. Against that air. Possible air stuff. A second factory, more barracks. And we should see this. So either you're gonna play really heavy marine tank, you're gonna lean into that composition, or you're gonna go ahead and play full bio. With the second factory, I think it's gonna just be marine tank and basically reactors on those extra barracks. He's flying into a scan, which is kind of funny. Should get this turret here. Sensor tower, that's a good pick-off. I should definitely remake this, yeah, as Honmono. He's sitting at so many CCs, he should morph this one into an orbital as well. He's just trying to go into the late game as fast as he can. He's throwing down his extra stargates now. He's already making air upgrades here. He only got +1 for his tanks. Now he's getting +1 for his Vikings. Oh, if he could get a shot on these, that would be actually great. Does not see the movement here. If he still would have had that sensor turret, he would have he would have scanned this, so he could have gotten maybe a tank there. And we're already looking at scan wars here. So this is where Honmono is trying to stay ahead in tech. Going into the fusion core, he's going into liberators most likely. First liberator is already on the way here. Gonna be reactors. And Quanta is actually transitioning into a more marauder heavy composition, which I have to say don't like as much. If you keep on making tanks out of a double factory, don't think that's the way you want to go. You can either go, like, you can forego the tanks and really go heavy bio air. Like you basically dominate air and just get liberators with this, and then the bioforce to swoop in whenever the tanks are on siege, right? Or you can try to match tank count. But this is pure tank Viking with just some liberators mixed in. It's such a heavy siege composition, it's so immobile. Crazy. I don't think Quanta is playing correctly against this. Oh, that Marine man. Let's see, he's trying to set up a big surround here. And if he can flank this correctly, he can maybe overwhelm this army here. It's a very clumped up tank line. Oh my god, he sees those Marines looping around there. He's gonna completely shred those. And that's a bloodbath point. And yeah, the initiative goes to Honmono. He's gonna throw down so many interference matrix. He should land his Vikings, to be honest. He doesn't actually know where the Bioforce is. The Bioforce is completely looping around. And this is when I say Honmono is an aggressive player. He has nothing set up to defend. He has not even that one random tank you usually like to leave behind there. And as a matter of the fact, he's just gonna lose a few of his command centers here. That's a very costly trade for him. And he needs to make something out of his position across the map. Finally, he's taking some damage on that army here. But that was a very good move by Quanta. I think he got what? 2 command centers, 2 orbitals there, a lot of static D, he got a lot of SCVs. That was definitely a very worthwhile move. He can also sit just behind this base. He can drop into the main. Oh, you can try to drop onto the army. I don't like this move. There's a ton. You see this? There's so many Vikings, man. He's gonna try ahead and actually drop here from the other side. But as I said, those Vikings are there. He might just still have enough to break this though, but I'm not sure the Liberator's gonna survive. There's one Marine. Oh, it just got sniped. It's like the Vikings, man. You cannot ignore the Vikings. They're just gonna land and kill you. Definitely did not like the move with the Medivacs dropping in. He should have just set up a surround and ran in from behind. But yeah, Honmono is gonna take map number 1. Well played. Alright, let's hop into map number 2 here between our two Terran players. Agreed, definitely pulling ahead there in that last game, but it felt like Quanta might be the stronger standard player. But is he gonna get a standard game? That's the issue. And the bottom right, we do have Honmono taking that game number 1 of a 6 cyclone and 5 commands in the build. And in the top left, we do have Quanta, who definitely lacked that scouting intel and couldn't really do anything against his opponent here. He was kind of a step behind, or a couple steps behind. He was behind in economy and in tech, basically the whole game. He wasn't looking bad, by all means. He was looking very good, but the last engage definitely was a little bit of a blunder there with the medevacs, going just into that Viking fire, dropping, basically still having like a 70% load inside payload, yeah. Not dropping that off, just losing that into the Vikings, which frankly weren't doing anything other in that battle. They landed after the battle, basically. After he lost all the tanks, he landed the Vikings. And the double racks opening, so going completely in the different route this time. It's gonna be 2 racks Reaper inside your main base. So Honmono staying true to his name and going full on aggressive styles. So earlier this was a very aggressive expansion style pattern playing, and now he is going to go ahead and play the army style. But I think opening wise this is going to pair up very well here for Quanta, and he actually did go ahead and see this as well. So he has all the information he needs. Honmono does not know anything. He hopes that this is a one base a Reaper expand or something like that, but he's not gonna find what he's looking for. I think he should probably stop at 3 Reapers. He's gonna throw down his factory now. I don't know about throwing this down on the low ground here. Quanta is very sure of himself here to throw that down at that location, even though he scouted that 2 racks opening. And Honmono is at least gonna go ahead and make 5 Reapers. Might just lose his first Reaper. There we go. Gonna get a 1-for-1 trade, but the second one is not gonna be saved, I'm afraid here. He's not gonna win the fight at least. Yeah, he's even gonna shut this one down. Next Reaper is gonna come in, pair with a Hellion here. This is not going well for Honmono so far. Good defense for Quanta, and he might just be able to take out that Reaper as well. Second Reaper is gonna pair. He's gonna bounce the Hellion actually forward here. Unfortunate mistake there. Gonna get the Hellion? Okay, maybe this was not a mistake. And now this is only 1 Reaper. If he turns around now, yeah, this Reaper is gonna get blown to dust. Quanta's being a little bit over-aggressive with his units there, unfortunately. With the Hellion losing that one was an unfortunate moment. He's gonna go ahead and go into his Cyclone now. And a Liberator, that's an interesting choice here. And he's gonna lose some SCVs. Oh, only losing 1 would actually be not that terrible. And with the Cyclone now, he's gonna go and find the first lock-on. Is not gonna get the Hellion, unfortunately. He's gonna put his Cyclone into a defensive position here against those Reapers if they want to try and jump into the main base. And double Cyclone production here from Honmono. He's gonna try and go ahead and get some extra SCVs here. But even after those kills, it's just even workers. Honda's done like 1 worker right now. It's not that big of a deal, to be honest. And the mule is already mining, so I think he's still ahead in economy actually. Alright. So, Cloaked Banshee it is. But Liberator's already there. These Cyclones are here though. The Liberator should set up in the, not in the main, it should set up into the natural if it rallies from this position, and it's gonna go ahead and do so. A dropped mule is gonna reveal the fact. Oh, he got the mule. Oh, he got the mule. That's so unfortunate. That's 300 money. That's the first mule out of this command center, this orbiter. That's so much money. Oh boy. Getting that mule was actually really big. Trying to loop around here now. Find a different angle. Maybe in the main base would be nice, but the longer this air unit doesn't show up here, the more likely it's gonna be that Honmono's gonna have something in position. He's actually gonna move out with his cyclones as well. Let's have a look at the defenses. There's a ton of cyclones back at home here as well, so it's cyclone wars all again. Those two have been in a meta stuck from a year ago or something. And Liberator is gonna come in here in this main base. There's nothing again to defend. Let's see, no reaction for now. Finally, and the SCVs get pulled. The Banshee is here also dealing some damage, and the Cyclone's poking at the front. Oh my god, the Banshee's dealing a lot of damage actually. And he's gonna get shut down, but this is already 7-8 SCVs. Wow, definitely worth the Banshee. The Liberator did also find a few SCVs here, as well as, I want to say, the Reaper. Unfortunately, the Reaper did not intercept this command center. Cyclones, man. So Quanta is going to go into extra factories now. And on the other side, it's still to be decided yet what the main source of production is gonna be here. Now it's only be that reactor cyclone stuff and banshees. Cyclone Banshee against Cyclone Raven. There's no turrets at home, no. 3rd CC is already done here. So quite the lead for Quanta in this game. Cyclones and Cyclones. What an exciting world we live in. Gonna pick off the first one here. Free pick. Maybe you can get one more actually. And this is not gonna be free though. If he loses these ravens, oh my god, that's actually a terrible mistake here by Quanta, losing 2 of the ravens. He has invested so much money into this. He's losing some of his defenses, another 10 SCVs here, and still counting those double banshees. Been paying off in wonders here. One more turret is gonna get set up, but if you fly out of the way, yeah, you can still keep the banshee alive. You can still keep it going, and it is in fact still going. Man, this mid-transition was really tough here, setting up all the extra production. Completely getting caught, and he identifies this correctly. He finishes the commands, he's gonna float it into the main base. He doesn't have enough units at home to cover all of the bases if he stays on 3 bases. Gonna get, the Reaper's gonna provide some high ground vision, but as the vision breaks, he's not gonna get the starport actually. This would have been actually a good pick off. But my god, he's actually not that far behind in workers. He needs to get these production facilities up and running. And he needs to balance out his economy a little bit. Quanta is still in a playable position, but I think we can safely assume that Honmono is in a good position here. If he loses the Stargate though, this would be a little bit of a painful move. I'm gonna go ahead and drop some of these cyclones, and now we do see tanks rallying across the map. This is the cyclone speed, I want to say. Yep, Hurricane engines. This is cyclone speed. Don't see it that often these days. So it's gonna be Hellion tank against Cyclone Raven. I guess the Vikings are gonna be nice here, but there's a lot of cyclones actually. They're really breaking this position here. Now we're gonna go ahead and counter push. It's gonna be cyclone tank against cyclone tank, but very heavy cyclone focus here from Honmono. And from Quanta it's gonna be very tank focused again, with the Hellions as the support. 4 factories producing tanks basically. Was missing some supply depots here. Very unfortunate stuff. Did had to drop some supply. It was really stuck at 93 supply there for quite a while. A Viking to go ahead and harass. There's one Marine in the bunker. He's not gonna fare well against that Viking there, unfortunately. Kind of crazy. I love it though. Let's go ahead, land the Viking, get some SCVs, man. SCVs are free shot against those Vikings. They're better than Stalkers against SCVs. Imagine that. He's actually gonna win the fight against the Cyclone, if not microed. And we do have the Liberator again coming in here at the main base, getting some damage as well. Gonna die, there's one patch here. And that's a nasty one, because SCVs are gonna keep rallying there. Hellions trying to rotate. Oh my god, that's so many mules. Oh my god, that's so many mules. He could get these mules, man, but he's not gonna get them, I think. Gonna lose most of these Hellions before he can get the first shot off. Second shot, it's gonna kill some SCVs, but not as much as he hoped for. And Vikings are gonna poke out this Liberator. He should definitely... No, you don't run. You don't run. Are you faster? Have a look. So 3.8. Yeah, he's the same speed. And not having the moving shots set up correctly here. Honmono is not gonna get the kill. Good pull here. Nice reaction. Gets 2 more SCVs for this one. Second Liberator crawling its way across the map. Kind of a crazy boxing opening here to this game, and now everything's gonna start to normalize, I want to say, but we're not really in a normal TVT here. This is not a marine tank TVT. This is a full-on mech air TVT here. Cyclone mech against tank mech. Cyclone Viking against tank Viking. Hellions trying to rotate it in again here. We do have some static D now, but all of the harassment is really falling flat. And he gets a couple SCVs again, but it's not enough to pay for itself. Now moving across the map. This is a dangerous situation. He's not set up yet correctly, Quanta that is, and Honmono is gonna be able to jump on this. He might get the command center if he wants to target this one. Not gonna do that though. There's enough units repositioning here for Quanta, so he's gonna be safe. He has so many CCs, again, Honmono, he's just playing mass CC. He needs to move those out, yeah. He's finally gonna go ahead and land those. He's like taking 3 bases at the same time currently. This is so crazy, man. Alright. Big siege line here setting up. I wonder how the ladder games between those two go usually. Full Stargate. So one thing to note again, Honmono is going extremely light on upgrades. And on the other side we have triple armory actually running. It's 2-2 for mech coming in and 2-1 for air units. Oh sorry, 1-2 I should say. So whenever they're gonna fight, Quanta, who also has the better army, is gonna trade so much more efficiently. Finally, armories are starting up. This is such a strong timing here with the 2-2 finishing and the 1-1 about to start here from our red Terran player. This is nice. He should get some blue flame. There we go. And servo things that he can transform faster. And get a lot of SCVs here. 13 for 2 Hellions. What? He clicked on the mineral field there. Finally he's gonna get this one. A little bit of a misclick. Nope, those Hellions are probably not gonna find anything against the Cyclones here. Let's have a look at the CCs. I actually want to see the CC count. So we do have 15 depots against 9. Big tell. We have 8 orbitals against 6. This is also an orbital. No planetaries. All orbitals. Have a quick look at the unit count. 20 tanks to 13, 12 Cyclones to 10 Hellions and 21 Vikings to none. Sorry, 229 actually. Sorry. Completely missing that number here. So Honmono has the Viking superiority. But he cannot push in because he cannot break those tanks. It's just too many tanks. And yeah, he's just gonna rotate with his Hellions, and there's no planetaries, remember, so he can free kill all of the SCVs here. This is kind of crazy. He's completely resetting the economy here. Unfortunately though, he has nothing to fight off these Vikings. Like making a Thor, not the cyclones, but a Thor would be actually great here. I'm gonna find more SCVs. 30 SCVs have been found in here. Behind this, that's a ton of money actually. It's a very good move here, very solid move. If he now wins the army fight once, he's basically gonna win the game. He should definitely mule drop these. Get them, mule drop them. Get that friendly fire damage. This is why I didn't like the Cyclones. He didn't get the speed upgrade. By the way, transform this. And this means that the Cyclones are not actually that good. But the Thor, it's good enough. It has the range. And it's good. I mean, now the Cyclones are starting to pay off against this one here. That's a good thing. Did he lose that command center? The Hellions? Did it die? No, he floated this back. I think it just floated across this one here. And he might lose a lot of units here again. Oh, if these Vikings land, I don't think there's enough space to land them all at once. And this might just be a trap. This is a big trap, actually. Oh my god, he's completely getting his air army wrecked here. Definitely a big mistake by Honmono. He's going to lose so much of his army here. Man, what an unfortunate event here. He did clear out the army at his front, at his door, but now he has nothing left. Wow. There we go. He just leaves the game. GG. Quanta's gonna take a point on this series. Great stuff there by Quanta. Next one's gonna be Side Delta. Honmono seemed a little bit tilted after this one. But yeah, let's wait and see, man. They have one more of this crazy TVT. I really enjoy this TVT actually. It's a really original one. And it's quite high level. Both players actually playing extraordinarily well here. It's not that this is like ridden of mistakes. It's just very odd strategy choices going super risky on both sides, and really lovely play to enjoy here. Okay, so series is looking at 1-1. We are looking at the main base of Honmono, our red Terran player in the top, already pulling 2 SCVs, bringing 1 back. And at the bottom right, it is Quanta. So, where is he gonna make his barracks? No depot yet. No depot yet. He cannot make a barracks. This is not Wings of Liberty. You need to make a depot. Oh, this is a mistake. Oh, he forgot his depot. No. Is he gonna make depots here? He wants to make 2 barracks, but he cannot. Oh, no. Ah, now he needs to harass an SCV with 2 SCVs. This is... Oh my god. Oh no. Not like this. He wanted to throw down 2 proxy barracks here. But messing up that depot, he actually finishes the depot now and makes a command center. He has 2 SCVs harassing in the front. He should repair himself so he can keep on harassing. If those 2 pull back, he should repair these 2 so he can keep on harassing. Gonna go ahead and try to clear that scouting as we repair yourself and go ahead and harass. There's 2 CVs, 1 to scout the base and 1 to scout the map now. Quanta. Quanta's actually, he's scared, man. He's throwing down the bunker. He's like, what are you doing? Oh my god. Honmono really throwing down a curveball. Now Quanta's gonna, wait, you cancel this, cancel this. Cancel this. Oh my god, he's gonna bunker rush this. Yeah, he cancels the bunker at home. He's gonna throw down a Platypus. He's gonna try and bunker here. Oh my god. So there's no barracks. The barracks just finished, but the Reaper's gonna go across the map. He's gonna throw down a bunker now. Next to the bunker, there's gonna be a Marine, but the Reaper's already here. If he can get up his own bunker, oh my god, if he gets his SCV, oh, that's actually a great pickoff. I think this is gonna be the defense. That SCV is such a big deal. He can still kill this Marine, I think, but I'm pretty sure this is gonna be the defense. Maybe I spoke too soon though, maybe it's still not gonna be enough, but yeah, that SCV, if that would have stayed up and now builds the bunker, he can definitely clear that low ground, right? Like, he can always go back to that. Needs to be a little bit careful though, you don't want to lose that Reaper, but yeah. There we go. This is gonna, he's gonna keep it to provide some high ground vision, which I don't hate. Just keep it alive here. He's gonna go ahead and try to snipe the Marine, and there we go. He's gonna find the kill here. This is another Marine. It's gonna pop here, but should you have made 2 barracks? Yeah, I think you should have. Quanta's gonna take the series. There you go. 2-1. Oh my god. What a crazy finish to the series here. Very unfortunate for Honmono is gonna forget his supply depot. They're very unfortunate here.